What's up girls, this is Jeremy and today I'm going to show you my top 5 best fragrance releases for you girls out there that have been released this year 2017. I got 3 honorable mentions for you. We're gonna start off with one that has one of the most beautiful fragrance bottles. I'm talking about Prada's La Femme. And this one is simply just an honorable mention because I have another better, in my eyes, substitute for this one, which is also perfect for the clean daytime office wear. So this is a very much clean job interview, office work, inoffensive type of a fragrance. It is very good already. You have to know, honorable mentions doesn't mean they are bad. We had a lot of fragrance releases this year. This one, fantastic, you spray it. It's just marvelous, super fresh, soapy to many. The female equivalent of Prada L'Homme, which is the absolute superstar in the men's fragrance world. So this is Prada La Femme, a soapy daytime fragrance for women, very good one. Just an honorable mention for this one. We got another honorable mention, which is Because It's You by Emporio Armani. This is an honorable mention because here again I simply say there is a better fragrance than this that goes in the same direction. What direction am I talking about? I'm talking about a very popular female fragrance DNA, which is the Rose Raspberry Accord. So many fragrances do share this accord, rose and raspberry, very pronounced. And here I have to say I have a much better fragrance for you girls as a suggestion, which is Lancome's Treasure Midnight Rose. This is still the champion, although it's pretty old already. For you girls out there, if you like this type of direction, which is rose raspberry, definitely grab this one. It is more pure, has better performance, and that's pretty much it. All right, so honorable mention for Because It's You. And we got the last honorable mention, which is the most expensive from the list and the best performing of this list. So for some of you, this could be even much higher on this list. I went a bit on the safe direction because it's a bit polarizing to some. This is called Delina by Parfums de Marly. Fantastic, beautiful bottle. And the reason this is polarizing is it has a very pronounced rhubarb note, which is very rarely used. I have to respect this fragrance. It has marvelous performance, smells very unique, and well, it is a great fragrance, but I want to suggest you, at least in this list, more safe fragrances that will get you guaranteed compliments, that men will guarantee like. This can be offensive to some because some of you know the taste and the smell of rhubarb. It's a bit tart, sour, piercing, headache-inducing to some maybe. I have to say this is the best female fragrance from the Niche World 2017. All right, you know it girls, we have niche fragrances from brands like Creed, Amouage. Those are very popular, that are much more expensive, mostly more unique smelling, not so mainstream like the designer scents. And this would be my favorite from this year for you girls, Delina by Parfums de Marly, also an honorable mention. Okay, so we keep going now with my number 5 spot of the best female fragrances 2017. It is finally a great fragrance again by Thierry Mugler, and finally a unique new creation again. Not a flanker, nothing. This is the complete new Aura by Thierry Mugler. Love that one, guys. Love that one, girls. So this one, the best explanation I can give you, watch the advertisement of that girl and see how this whole theme of that commercial looks. And this is exactly how this fragrance smells. Fresh, green, definitely mysterious. Like, okay, that's interesting. You smell this thing, you'd be like, okay, cool, it's interesting. It's like, what is this exactly? You read the notes, you see also a rhubarb note, which I don't really get in this one, to be honest. Again, I'm not going to explain you too much of the notes because you get a minty, fresh, green, mysterious, fresh scent. A minty, green, mysterious, fresh, sensual scent. Or simply look at the advertisement with that girl. It really smells like that advertisement makes you think it smells. Really good job. Respect to Thierry Mugler. Of course, I also asked a lot of guys about their opinion on female fragrances. This one is fantastic, just like all the others on this list. But this can be polarizing at times. You can be sometimes, oh, what is this? This smells like a drink, this smells like a cocktail, or it's too strong for me. This can be headache inducing, not only to you, but also to the guys. And keep in mind, this has very, very good performance. This has, I would say, the second best performance from this whole list. So respect, very happy with this release of Thierry Mugler Aura. Now we keep going with the number 4 spot, which is a very solid fragrance, but it won't surprise you at all. This one is called Armani Codes Cashmere. Why it will not surprise you at all is if you know the 2016 version of Armani Code, which was not called Cashmere, but was called Satin. This one smells pretty much almost exactly the same like Satin. What does it mean? You have the original Armani Code DNA with some added seductive, praline, sweet, delicious notes. So I always say you got the Armani Code DNA mixed with some delicious praline accord. Very velvety, very smooth, very cozy, very inviting. Fantastic for a date for you girls if you have a first date. This is not a shouter. This is not piercing in its scent character like Delina, for example. And it is very inviting, very cozy, all right? So beautiful fragrance for a date for you girls, Armani Codes Cashmere. Now, we keep going with the next 2 on the number 3 spot. This is the only tie on this list, and it's a tie between the 2 most important fragrance brands that we have on this planet, if you're asking me. Dior and Chanel. We got, oh, totally holding it wrong. This is Chanel Gabriel and Dior Miss Dior 2017 formulation, all right? So, as you know, many fragrances get reformulated. Whatever the reason was for Dior, they made a reformulation. So this is the 2017 version. I really, really like that one, girls. This is a nice fragrance. You can wear this one everywhere, anytime, to simply say it like that. It is a bit fresh, it is a bit sweet. It has everything, but I wouldn't say it is the best date fragrance. It is not the best job interview fragrance. It is not the best clubbing fragrance. But you could technically wear it everywhere. This would be your Swiss Army knife. Chanel Gabriel, I placed it with this one on the same spot. Both have more or less the same performance. This slightly better because it is sweeter. You have to know whenever a fragrance is sweet, it has an easier time of lasting longer. This is clearly, if you decide to buy Chanel Gabriel, this, girls, is clearly a daytime fragrance, inoffensive, job interview, you're meeting the parents of your boyfriend for the first time, whatever, this type of situations. And this is exactly the fragrance that kicked out Prada La Femme, all right? So this is what I was talking about. Chanel Gabriel, a fantastic, inoffensive daytime fragrance for you girls. And that's it. On the number 3 spot, the 2 most important fragrance brands that we have, Chanel and Dior. Now, the number 2 and the number 1 are simply, pooh. Smash your head into the camera that is filming me right now. I want to see if I get some girls posting that as well, although I don't know if that's too attractive, if girls will write that. No, better don't do that, girls. So this one right here on the number 2 is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. This fragrance, like the name says, is a more intense version of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, which was, in my eyes, the best female fragrance for the high heat daytime. And now this is the best female fragrance for the high heat daytime, and especially when you're outside. Oh man, you smell this. This fragrance DNA is just unbeatable. I think don't need to explain this fragrance DNA at all. It is the most popular out of all of those. It is a top seller in America, and definitely I'm very happy that the intense version is actually more intense than the original. Sometimes we fragrance freaks are a bit disappointed with flankers. All right, the eau de parfum is coming out, everybody's happy, and it's not good. Oh, this is the eau de toilette intense super fragrance, and it's also not good. This actually is so simple. It almost smells identical like the original. I would say a bit more creamy, a bit more thick, but generally that's the same, and it simply lasts longer. So absolutely fantastic. This is for you girls for the daytime, high heat, and if possible outside. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense on the number 2 spot. Okay, and the number 1 spot is such a head smasher for me. This is the fragrance. I said it a couple of times on my German channel, so all of my German girls that are watching this, if you don't know, I also have a German channel. I said this would be the fragrance I would gift to a girl that would be my wife, that would be my girlfriend, and the cap constantly falls off from that one. So this one is called Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. Angelina Jolie, oh, it's advertising this one. Love it. And this is just it sparks your interest somehow, yet it's very trustworthy, like you know it. It has very common notes, all right? It has very common notes of lavender, bergamot, tonka bean, but it somehow has this seductive Guerlain sexiness, Thierry Vasser's masterpiece, highly deserved number 1 spot. One problem this one has, I have to be honest, the performance is not what I want in this fragrance. So I'm very sure they will come up with a intense noir eau de parfum le absolu version of this one. It must, because I'm very sure this will be a big hit. So that's it, girls. Hope you enjoyed this video. Girls are important. Girls that smell good are also very important. It is absolutely fantastic if you give your girl a left kiss, right kiss. You have some of her hair in your face and she smells absolutely fantastic. For that, I suggest something like cashmere for a date. For a good reason they call it cashmere, because it's so velvety, so, well, not velvety, but it's so soft and, you know, cozy. So wear the right fragrance to the right situation. Thank you very much for watching my channel, girls. See you next time with another video. Peace.